What's going on, guys? It's Street Alaska. I'm back with another video, and as you guys can see by the thumbnail, today we're going to be talking about this beautiful Widebody Challenger.
Get up on my face, we not the same dude. Do a lane dude. Do a lane dude. Looking for the same bitch, still not the same dude. Oh, you drive your mama car, I got two coupes.
If you guys have been seeing my channel for a bit, you guys know that I had a narrow body Challenger, so I actually made it a wide body. I actually used all OEM parts, and we'll get into that in this video, but basically I wanted to talk about if I would suggest it to anybody looking to wide body their car, mainly the Chargers and Challengers, and if you guys should do the aftermarket or the OEM wide body kit install. Since I was deciding that before I even got started on all of this, I was deciding if I wanted to do all OEM or if I wanted to get the aftermarket kits. So we'll walk around, let you guys take a look, and like I said, this is all OEM. Got the big wheels in the back, as you guys can see. Those are the OEM rims also. So we'll get into it in this video, so stick around. All right, first things first, for me, this wide body install was definitely worth it, and I'll kind of give you guys some explanations on why I would say that off the bat. So first off, I actually have a Scat Pack Challenger, so if you guys are really into these Mopars, you guys know the Challenger front bumper actually have the fog lights, and only the Hellcats have the grills replacing the fog lights. So even before I started doing any of this wide body kit install or anything like that, I always wanted to swap out the front bumper with the Hellcat one. So that is a bonus if you guys are going to do this wide body install, is you guys have to change the front bumper to allow those little fender flares on the side. You got to cut holes for the little clips to go in, and I believe the fog lights, their connection wires or whatever are right there, so you got to swap out the front bumper. So that was a bonus. You get a complete new front bumper, the Hellcat one, which in my opinion looks way better than the Scat Pack one, and on top of that you get, you know, the wider wheels. So my actual tires on my narrow body were cracking due to the age of them, so I had to change my tires out regardless. And I was like, you know what, if I'm going to change my tires, I might as well just get the wide body ones, and might as well just make my car a wide body, because I think I got quoted around like 1,200 to install some new tires. So I was like, yeah, I'd rather just make my car a wide body. So that's kind of some of the reasons why I decided to do it, and why I think it's worth it just for me. Just those 2 points alone, I think that's enough for me. But obviously you get these fender flares, the car looks a lot different. You got to switch it up. Let's get a clip over here in the front. You really got to step away from the car to really appreciate the wide body flares, but as you guys can see, those flares extend past 3 inches, I believe. Alright guys, so after editing, I thought I'd share my own personal opinion on if the wide body made any difference in my driving ability after the conversion. I would say definitely not. I know I've seen a couple subreddits where they talked about making their car wide body, made it a little harder to do like 3-point turns and whatnot, but overall I don't think it really played too much of a big part. So I would say if you guys are thinking like it's gonna make any difference in driving, it's, for me at least, it wasn't. Finding parking is the same. I mean, I have my CDL license, so I'm driving trucks that are literally at the limit of the width of what vehicles are permitted in the US. So for me, it doesn't feel like it's that big. I mean, obviously once you compare it to like Supras and like a lot slimmer cars like Corvettes, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, inevitably bigger than those smaller vehicles. But once you compare it to like vast majority of cars and SUVs, it's not, honestly, not that crazy. But I just thought I'd point it out because I know I've seen a couple of subreddits and a couple group chats, people talking about it. But for me, it played no difference. I still love my wide body 1,000 times more than what I had before with the narrow body Challenger. So continue with the video. 3 inches, I believe, is what it extends on this side and on the other side, so just looks a lot more aggressive. So on top of that, you know, if you guys are really into like dig races or anything like that, or even road races, you get bigger tires in the back, so you're gonna get better traction. I know the OEM wide body kits have a better suspension and steering, so that is a bonus you won't get when doing this from a narrow body to a wide body. But for me, you know, that's not really too big of an issue because I was mainly doing this for appearance wise. So for me, it was totally worth it. But just understand, if you guys are going to get an OEM wide body Challenger or Charger, you're going to get better steering and suspension. But either way, just keep in mind those points. For me, this was still worth it just because I got to get a new front bumper, wider wheels, and for me it just looks way better like this with the wide body. It just looks way more aggressive, but understand this is also personal preference. I know some people that actually don't like these flares. They say they look too cheap. I guess it's to everybody's discretion, you know. Some people like it, some people don't, so at the end of the day it's up to you guys. But yes, you will get better traction in the wide body. So on to the next point up is if you guys should go OEM on the wide body kit or aftermarket. I know there's a lot, there's like Vicrest and there's a whole bunch of other wide body kits online. 1000%, I'm telling you guys right now, go OEM. If you guys go aftermarket, things are not going to look right. And one of the main things is this front bumper. Since you got to replace it, there's always like this 1/4 inch gap from the front bumper to the front hood. There's always that huge gap that just runs all along right here. I know my finger's kind of blurry, and there's gaps all around like the fender flares, and things just don't look right when you get the aftermarket. And the main reason is you're going to be paying the same amount. So I got all of my parts from like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. You're going to have to paint your aftermarket kit either way compared if you got to pay your OEM one. But in my case, since I already bought these pieces painted, I kind of saved some money there. So for me, it was a no-brainer just going OEM, because if I go aftermarket, you got to paint all of the pieces. And on top of that, I saw this charger about 2 weeks before I started doing this whole wide body process, and I saw the charger missing one of its flares. And I thought it was funny because you could see the 3M tape, which is normally what the aftermarket wide body kits have. They're all held by like 3M tape, and it had the 3M tape still there, but it just didn't have the flare. So if you're gonna pay money to, you know, get your flares painted, go get them done by a professional, and then they're gonna fly off on the highway because they're just stuck onto the car with just glue. I don't think the aftermarket kits or the companies even sell them by like one piece. You got to buy the whole kit. So if one of the flares just goes flying off, you're gonna have to buy a complete new kit, which is like $500, and you're just gonna have to be spending more money, more headache, when you could have just done it right the first time. If you're gonna do it, like my dad always told me, you might as well do it right, because you're already dumping a lot of money into this. Why just half-ass it? So I personally think it's definitely worth it, and it added a couple grand value to the car. So whenever I sell this thing, I'm gonna get some of my money back. And like I said, if you guys are gonna do everything OEM, and the flares are not just gonna stick on, you actually got to swap out panels. So while I was doing this install on the kit, I was able to sell some of my pieces, like my front bumper, back bumper, just a bunch of miscellaneous pieces on my old car. So that's something to keep in mind if you guys are gonna do all OEM as I did. So that's probably gonna be the end of the video. I'll definitely recommend doing OEM. And if you guys are a narrow body or narrow body charger challenger, I would 100%, 1000% recommend going wide body. I just think it looks way better. And I'm gonna have some more videos coming out of how much this costed me, what parts you guys need to buy, all of the little small details. But I'm gonna make a series on that so you guys can watch all of that stuff and get all of that information. And I'm also gonna do the videos of me installing this wide body kit, because I pretty much recorded me building this whole car not from the ground up, but building the whole wide body from when it was a complete narrow body Challenger. I literally have videos of me taking the front bumper off, the wheel wells, the wheel, just every little detail you guys are gonna need for this wide body install. If you guys are gonna go OEM like me, you guys are gonna have that information on my channel, because I know there was not really a lot of channels that were explaining how to do the wide body install using OEM parts and all of the small details. So I'm definitely gonna be dropping series of videos on that, so stay tuned, because that's gonna be like crazy informative for you guys. And hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Get up on my face, we not the same dude. Do a lane, do a lane, do. If we fuck the same bitch, still not the same dude. Oh, you drive your mama car, I got 2 coupes.